morning, good afternoon, good evening, good people, and welcome to another edition of Casual's Perspective, Fight Night Edition. They're all Fight Night editions right now. So you see this video, you know it's Fight Night, and it's another Fight Night today. We have exciting main event. We have some exciting fights. Uh, Dustin Poirier versus Dan Hooker is the main event for tonight, and please subscribe, comment, share. It's going to be an exciting night. So please subscribe to my channel, comment, like, share, any of those four activities, and it'll be much appreciated. So let's get down to it. Let me pull up the fight card. Boom, there we have it, there we have it. We're going to be having 5 fights in the prelims and 6 fights in the main event, in the main card. So it's going to be a total of 11 fights. That's usually been the regular thing. They've been doing about 12, 11 fights since this whole like 5 past weeks of straight up fights. And the first night of the night, it's a featherweight fight. Oh yeah, I'd like to thank the people at UFC Espanol. That's where I got this fight card from. So you can see the divisions are in Espanol. So don't worry about it. A fight's a fight. First fight of the evening, it's a featherweight fight between Jordan Native Psycho Griffin versus Yusuf the Moroccan Devil Zalal. It's going to be an exciting fight, good people. I watched the weigh-ins, and Jordan looked, he was ready. The Native Psycho, he looked like he just wanted to go right then, like during the weigh-ins. And I'm excited to see Mr. Zalal, the Moroccan Devil, because I've heard a lot of things about how the Moroccans have really been upping their game. Like there's some really good fighters coming from that region of Africa. But on this fight, I'm gonna go with the Native Psycho to win this one. That's gonna be the first fight of the evening. How is it gonna end? I do not know. I do not know, good people. Might be a knockout, might be a TKO, might be a TKO. I'm not sure. Next fight. Oh, we have one ladies fight for just one ladies fight tonight, and it's Miss Kay Hansen. I believe it's her UFC debut, and she's gonna be fighting Jean Yu Frey, also UFC debut. So on this one, I don't know, good people. I wasn't sure which way to go. I looked at their records. Look, they're both former Invicta fighters, but I decided I'm gonna go with Miss Hansen just because she trains out of at least her jiu-jitsu. She's from 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu, so that's the my pick for the night. Boom. Next fight. It's a Japanese versus an American. Mr. Takashi Tansato versus Jason the Vanilla Gorilla Witt. I don't know if it's his debut. I didn't look up Mr. Witt. It might be his debut. I should have checked it out. It's a welterweight. Oh, the women's fight is a strawweight, which is around 115 pounds, some 50 something kilograms, 55, 60 kilograms around there. Yeah, 55, I think, around. And on this one, I'm gonna go with Mr. Takashi Sato to win, just because he's fought before in the UFC. And if you watched my video last week, you'll remember I picked fighters to win on their UFC debut, and I was banned, good people. I was banned. So on this fight, I'm gonna go with Mr. Takashi Sato, Ten Sato. It's gonna be a good fight. It's gonna be an exciting fight. Good people, this is another exciting fight. Luis Pena versus Kamaworthy. Luis Violent Bob Ross versus Kama the Deathster Worthy. And I like both these fighters. I really like Mr. Pena, and I would have picked him to fight good people, but I don't know. I decided I'm gonna go with Mr. Kamaworthy, even though Luis Pena has more experience in the UFC. He's got 7 fights. This is Mr. Ward's second fight in the UFC. But I'm gonna go with Mr. Ward. It's gonna be a really good. This is I was looking at this card and I was surprised that this was in the prelims, but I was happy to recognize that it's the main event of the prelims. It's gonna put us down whoever wins, or maybe whoever wins of both of these fighters, depending on how they fight. Anyway, next fight is the main card, and it's gonna begin with Sean the Sniper Woodson versus Julian Juicy J Erosa. And in this one, I'm gonna go with Mr. Woodson just because he's undefeated in the UFC right now. Um, so that's my pick. And then the next fight, it's gonna be a heavyweight. Yep, it's a heavyweight fight. Oh, I picked Mr. Sean, the sniper, to win that one. And then on the next one, it's a heavyweight between Felipe Monstro Lins, who's gonna be fighting Tana Bosa. And this one, it was really a hard pick for me because I think Mr. Felipe Monstro Lins doesn't have a win in the UFC. Tana Bosa has a win. But I'm gonna pick Mr. Lins over here, the dude from Brasilia, to get his first win of the UFC. So that's my pick. That's my pick. Do you think I picked right? I know I picked right. And by the way, just a disclaimer: I don't put money on any of these bets. I just do this for fun and for your entertainment. My entertainment mostly, but also yours if you like this kind of stuff. Anyway, next fight is Brandon, all in Allen versus Kyle Docus, who's making his UFC debut. He was he got in through the Dana White series content, and I was happy that he took some fights, went to some other organizations, got some other got some fight experience in some other organization, and now he's come back to the UFC, and he's gonna try to show what he's learned, prove his worthiness. Anyway, good people, I'm gonna go with Mr. All-In over here because of more fight experience for him. He's got more fight experience, and probably Mr. Dokas is not gonna bring anything to the table that Mr. Allen hasn't seen before. So I pick Mr. Allen to win. There we go. There we go. Next fight, another heavyweight fight. Two heavyweight fights for the evening, good people. I hope. I hope they're entertaining. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're not. But they're entertaining, but not to the same levels. Not to the same level. And this one is Gian Villante, who's gonna be fighting Maurice, the crochet boss, Green. And this one is a tough one, good people. This one was a tough one. I didn't make a pick, but I guess I have to now. I have to. And I think Mr. Green lost his last fight. I'm not sure. I think he lost his last fight. I haven't seen Mr. Villante fight yet, but I'm excited to see him fight. And I'm excited to see what he's going to bring to the table. So I'm going to pick Mr. Villante to win on this one. So if you can hear some music going on in the background, that's one of my friends' alarm. She left it in the living room, and I don't think she can hear it. Anyway, next fight, the co-main event. It's one of my favorite fighters right here, Platinum Mike Perry. Gonna be fighting Mickey Gall. And on this one, good people, this was an obvious pick for me. I always pick Mike Perry to win. Even he'd be fighting Francis Ngannou, and I would pick him to win. So I just like him. I like him. I like the energy he brings. I like the energy he has and shit. Anyway, that's my pick for the evening. Platinum Mike Perry. Nothing against Mickey Gall. It's just I like this fighter over here. I like his energy. I like his vibe. And then for the main event, the main event for UFC Apex 4. Dustin Poirier versus Dustin the Diamond Poirier versus Dan the Hangman Hooker. This is going to be a good fight, good people. This is going to be a good fight. And I've struggled with this one, good people. I really want Dan Hooker to win. I love the kids who all fight from his gym, City Kickboxing. I like Dustin Poirier. I think he's been one of my favorite fighters in the 155 division. I like his fight against Khabib. I think I actually picked him to win against Khabib, but he didn't. So I'm not sure, good people. I'm not sure, but I have to make a pick. I have to make a pick. I can't leave it blank like that. But on this one, good people, just because of experience, I'm gonna go. Experience of the fighters he's fought. I'm gonna go with Mr. Dustin Poirier to win via unanimous decision. Boom. That's the fight. That's the fight card for the evening, good people. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you get to watch it. And please subscribe, comment, like, share my video. And yeah, I'm the casual, good people. I'm a casual, as you can tell. Maybe you can't tell by my pics, but I'm a casual over here. So hope you all have a good fight night. Hope you all have a good weekend. Stay healthy, stay hydrated. And I'm gonna see you next time when I make another fight card. So adios, good people. Buenos dias, buenos dias.